Temperatures warming up. More about that coming up for you in just a moment.
The government shutdown enters day 2 as the president threatens mass federal layoffs, the latest. And La Crosse police investigating a shooting on the south side of the city. Shipping holiday gifts is going to cost you more this year. We'll tell you why and how much more you'll pay. Thank you for joining us this morning. I'm Alexandra Carter on this Tuesday, October 2nd. No, Thursday. Just caught that now after saying that a couple times. We'll send it over to meteorologist Art Jarrett. I don't think we're going back in time. I would be okay with that, though. But it might feel like we're going back to summer, actually.
Right, we are. In fact, that's going to hold on to the next couple of days, my friend. We're holding on to middle 80s today, and the upper 80s to near 90-degree heat's on the way. I've done that so many times today, Alexander. Don't sweat it. We get into it today, Friday and Saturday. We're looking at, again, temperatures getting up to above seasonal average temperatures. And, of course, as we see over the next few days, we'll hold on to the possibility of local temperatures starting out like this. First, we go into the 50s and the 60s this early morning. Then we lead into how this all shapes up going into the forecast, where you're going to be seeing temperatures getting up to around 80 degrees by the 1 o'clock hour for La Crosse. So we start out with 60s, 70s, then the 80s move in the picture. We go to Eau Claire, and you're holding on to upper 50s, 60s, 70s, leading into your afternoon at 78 degrees for you. Sunnier skies abound as well, with high temperatures reaching up to the middle 80s in your forecast, down to the upper 70s for our coolest locations. Then we carry over into temperatures coming in for Friday and Saturday. We're looking at upper 80s in the forecast, with breezy and gusty winds coming in for Friday night going into your Saturday and Sunday, where wind gusts will be at 25 to possibly near 30-mile-per-hour wind gusts. Then we get into cooler conditions as we roll right back into your weekend. Rainfall maybe Sunday night going into Monday, as I mentioned before, and possibly later on deeper into the week. That's a look at your forecast. More about that coming up for you in just a moment.
All right, Art, thank you. The government shutdown entering day 2, with Congress still at a deadlock, as we take a live look at the Capitol this morning, where it's all quiet today as Congress observes the holiday of Yom Kippur. But thousands of federal workers face furloughs, even layoffs, while the president calls the shutdown an opportunity to cut spending. CBS News' Tina Kraus reports.
Around the country, signs of the federal shutdown at government buildings and national parks.
The government shutdown.
Around San Francisco, tourists hoping to enjoy historical sites found only closures.
My first time, so I'm a bit gutted.
In the nation's capital, falling foot traffic means fewer customers for this food truck owner.
Right now, I don't make nothing, only 3 customers. I have 3 customers.
Capitol Hill is also quiet today, with lawmakers observing the Jewish holiday of Yom Kippur. More votes on a funding bill to reopen the government are expected Friday.
Well, it ends when the Senate Democrats pick this bill up, passed by the House of Representatives, and vote for it.
Party leaders are dug in. Republicans want to pass the Clean House GOP bill to fund the government into November, but Democrats are not backing down from their demand to extend health care subsidies.
Donald Trump and Republicans shut the federal government down because they don't want to provide health care to working class Americans.
President Trump last night urged Republicans to use the shutdown to, quote, clear out dead wood, waste, and fraud.
We are going to have to lay some people off if the shutdown continues.
The administration warns those layoffs could begin in the next 48 hours. The president also moved to block billions of dollars in funding for infrastructure in New York and climate projects in 16 states that voted for his opponent in the 2024 election.
As the shutdown continues, some members of Congress have called for a pause in their own paychecks till the government reopens. And happening today, crews will break ground on a new apartment building in La Crosse's Grandview Emerson neighborhood. News 8 Now's Seth Padilla is there, and he joins us with those details. Good morning.
Good morning, Alexandra. I'm here at the former Grandview Hospital, where developers are set to break ground at 10:30 a.m. this morning. And now if you look on your screen, you'll see a blueprint of the layout for the entire apartment complex here. Now it shows what it has to offer and other things like that. And if you actually look behind me, 6 construction workers let us get a little bit of a sneak peek. That's what the inside of the building looks like right now, and that will become Grandview Lofts. And now this will have 52 new apartments at 17th and Main. The building will have studios, 1, 2, and 3 bedroom units, plus a fitness center, community room, and parking. And all of this project is set to open next spring, so that's very exciting. And now developers say La Crosse needs more housing, and the goal of this project is to make this historic site livable while preserving it. Live in La Crosse, Seth Padilla, News 8 Now this morning.
All right, Seth, thank you for that update. Meanwhile, La Crosse police investigating a shooting on the city's south side. They say one person was shot last night on the 1500 block of 10th Street South. The victim was taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. The suspect turned himself in shortly after the shooting. Police calling it an isolated incident with no threat to the public. Jackson County authorities searching for a man they say may be armed and dangerous. They say Austin Juricic escaped an 8-hour manhunt Tuesday in the town of Knapp. Multiple law enforcement agencies and tactical teams searched for him after a caller reported he had a gun and threatened to shoot officers. Police say don't approach him if you see him. Call 911 immediately. La Crosse's Finance Committee voting again today on a plan to restructure City Hall. The proposal would create a new Director of Operations position and eliminate the Communications Coordinator job. The committee rejected it last month, but the full council asked for more time for public input. The council makes its final decision October 9th. Scammers stole $450,000 from an elderly couple. 5 people were arrested for the scam, where they claimed the couple won money from Publishers Clearinghouse. The scammers said the couple had to pay taxes first before collecting the prize. Experts warn no legitimate sweepstakes will ask you to pay money to claim your winnings.
They seem very realistic and are trying to convince consumers that they have won something. And they do it in a way to heighten the emotion so you don't think reasonably or rationally anymore because you're so excited that you've been the one selected to win this great prize.
Red flags include someone asking you to keep the prize secret, threatening arrest if you don't pay, or asking for money up front. If you run into any of those, hang up and call police. Appeals Court Judge Maria Lazar is running for Wisconsin Supreme Court. The conservative judge is challenging for Justice Rebecca Bradley's seat. Bradley announced she will not seek re-election. Lazar previously served as Assistant Attorney General under Governor Scott Walker. Eau Claire County confirming its first case of West Nile virus this year. That virus is spread through mosquito bites, mosquitoes picking it up from infected birds. It is the 21st case reported in the state this year. Health officials say the best protection is using bug spray and eliminating standing water around your home. A car crash happened near Northern Hills Elementary School in Onalaska. A parked truck also was damaged during the incident. The vehicle involved ended up flipped onto its side and was towed away by first responders. A tree with powerful history is now growing at Viterbo University. It comes from seeds of a tree planted by children at a concentration camp during World War II. The seeds were then sent around the world as a living memorial to those children.
This Irma Laucher was one of the teachers. She convinced a guard to smuggle in this silver maple tree sapling. And he brought it in his boot. And they planted it outside the barracks, and the children would give up their water rations to water this tree.
The tree is extra special for Viterbo, honoring Daryl Klotz's 20 years of Holocaust education. Stepping Out in Pink raised more than $500,000 for breast cancer research this year, $510,000 from last month's event. The money will go to Gunderson Medical Foundation for breast cancer programs and patient care. The money raised this year brings the 20-year total to $8.2 million. Dozens of people picked up litter throughout downtown La Crosse during Higher Standards Community Cleanup Day. Volunteers started at Larson's General to grab supplies, then fanned out across town. Local businesses rewarded them with free treats, including ice cream from the Pearl. Local leaders are hosting a community bike ride this morning as part of Week Without Driving. The 5-mile ride starts at 9 a.m. at City Hall. It'll run at an easy pace. It's free and open to anyone with a bike and helmet. Time now is 6:08. Still ahead on your morning news. Private sector jobs are down, even in industries not affected by the shutdown. Plus, chatbots are getting new technology that lets them target ads based on your conversations, and holiday shipping prices are going up. Halloween candy and decorations also going to cost you more this year. We'll tell you how much more you should expect to spend. And for now, sending you to break with something to put the good in your morning. Happy birthday to Charlie Brown and the whole Peanuts gang. The beloved comic strip turned 75 today, first appearing in just 7 newspapers on October 2nd, 1950. Charles Schulz wrote and drew every strip for 5 decades. As you start to wake up, leaving you with a live look of Syracuse, New York. Look at that. That looks nice. Are we sure that's Syracuse, New York? Looks different in our other shot. Beautiful morning nonetheless. Stay with us. Your morning consumer news is next.
Right now at Home Furniture, it's the preferred customer event. Get up to an extra 15% off sale prices with instant factory rebates. Find savings throughout the showroom like this leather sofa, now just $12.69. Hurry in, the preferred customer event ends Monday at Home Furniture.
Enjoy 7 days of savings online and in store during Blaine's Farm and Fleet Days, going on now. Shop your favorite brands and seasonal supplies at unbeatable farm and fleet prices, like assorted Victor dog food, $5 off. 50-foot Yellow Jacket extension cords are 60% off. $19.99 for rewards members while supplies last. And all GE indoor light bulbs are on sale, 10% off. Rewards members save 15%. Find the value you need online and in store during Blaine's Farm and Fleet Days, going on now.
As your local Touchstone Energy Cooperative, we wear many hats. We take pride in serving our members and our community by going the extra mile in everything we do. Because we not only work here, we live here. Touchstone Energy Cooperatives, your source for power and information.
It's time for Jolivet Family Farms Fall Harvest. There's no substitute for homegrown freshness. Stop by today for some of Jolivet's homegrown squash, kraut cabbage, popcorn, and hardy mums. Check out our large selection of pumpkins and pie pumpkins. We also feature many fall decorations, including corn stalks, gourds, specialty pumpkins, and straw bales. Take home some pumpkin cheesecake bars, cookies, pies, or bread from our homemade bakery. Buy fresh, buy local. Open daily, year-round. Jolivet Family Farms, West Salem.
Our father started this business in 1992, so we've been helping people hear and understand better for 32 years.
You're calling a local number and having a local person answer. We do online scheduling, so you can always visit our website at your convenience.
We do a full hearing evaluation here. We do the delivery of the hearing aids. We do the maintenance, the cleanings, the repair work. So everything's done here in our office. You don't have to go somewhere else. We like helping people hear better. It's rewarding.
Better Hearing Center next to St. Pat's Church.
What should I do next?
Western has the answer.
Do something that excites you.
Do something fun. Do something that shows your skills.
Do something that gets you hired to do what you love.
You can do it all at Western Technical College. Choose from more than 90 programs. Invest in you, spend less, and get hired fast. Take that next step. Apply at Western today.
Do something for you.
During Home Seasonal Concepts end-of-season porch and patio clearance, get up to 50% off regular prices, like this 5-piece dining set for just $8.98, or this fire table for $7.98. The end-of-season porch and patio clearance, now at Home Seasonal Concepts.
Well, good morning to you. Let's take a look here. City Cam looking pretty quiet out there. A few folks driving out and about. We're holding on to dry conditions out there right now, and a few clouds trying to sneak through the area. It's too dark to see that right now, but you can see from Eau Claire, you've got more cloud cover kind of moving through the region. La Crosse is in and out of the cloud cover. That cloud field is probably fair skies right now, holding on for us. Current temperatures for you, though. Eau Claire at 58 degrees, La Crosse at 61 degrees, so feel a little bit warmer. Once again, I try to get that jacket, a light jacket with me, but I carried it today instead of bringing it along on my back there. Holding on as you get into Viroqua, 50s, and some more 50s down to south by Prairie du Chien. Much cooler by Boscoville, though. 51 degrees. That's a 5 to 6 degree temperature change. Holding on, especially as you get into it here. A 24-hour look, you're seeing about 1 degree cooler for Eau Claire from 24 hours ago. La Crosse is par right now, getting back down to Prairie du Chien. They're a couple of degrees cooler from 24 hours ago from the lows in the morning. We'll get back into it. La Crosse looking at least some sunshine coming in. We'll also see a few high clouds drifting out of the region by the late morning hours, giving way to your afternoon. Sunshine for your lunchtime, getting into the close of the day. Kids getting out of school, you're looking at more sunshine. I'm like, yeah, let's go to the beach. And then back into about 85 degrees, I suspect it'll happen for today for us. Eau Claire, on the other hand, you've got some cloud cover still holding on to the late morning as well into the noon hour. A few high clouds, nothing much. Then we get into drier conditions, of course, and sunnier skies with temperatures around 84 degrees. We'll take it into highs for Thursday. As you can see today, 79 to the middle 80s in your forecast. once we take a peek at what's happening, the overnight lows going into tomorrow, 60s and some upper 50s in there. Friday's highs, yeah, near 90-degree heat from Prairie du Chien back to La Crosse and extending up to Ladysmith, about 84 degrees. Back to you.
In our consumer news this morning, private payrolls are plummeting. The private sector lost 32,000 jobs in September, according to payroll company ADP. The government shutdown means we won't get the full jobs report from the Labor Department for a while. The hiring rate fell to 3.2% in August, the lowest since 2013, except for the start of the pandemic. And Meta will start using your conversations with its AI chatbot to target you with ads. The change takes effect December 16th. If you tell Meta AI about travel plans or shopping ideas, expect to see ads about them. Meta says it won't use sensitive topics like health, religion, or politics. And shipping holiday packages is about to get more expensive. The Postal Service raising prices on package shipping starting Saturday. The holiday surcharge runs through January 18th to cover extra handling costs during the busy season. If you're mailing gifts, do it early or expect to pay more. And Halloween is less than a month away, but tariffs are making it more expensive to celebrate this year. The National Retail Federation expects consumers to spend a record $13.1 billion on Halloween this year. Jen Sullivan shows us what's costing more.
It's October, and that means rolling out the pumpkins, ghosts, and goblins. But the most frightful thing about Halloween this year may just be the prices as shoppers feel the impact of tariffs and inflation.
Tariffs this year are on people's minds.
Catherine Cullen with the National Retail Federation says they saw people start shopping in September or earlier for Halloween because they're worried items will cost more, so they're spreading out their purchases.
Many of those costs haven't yet been passed on to consumers. It is impacting certain goods differently. We may be seeing it a little bit more in non-durable goods.
President Donald Trump implemented tariffs on a variety of imported goods to encourage companies to make products in the U.S. According to the Alliance for American Manufacturing, virtually all Halloween costumes on the market are imported, which means they'll be subject to tariffs. But Cullen says tariffs have affected certain goods differently.
Less than a quarter of tariff costs have been passed on to consumers.
Candy and sweets prices are also up from a year ago, according to the latest Consumer Price Index. Shoppers are spending more on Halloween this year. The NRF says people are spending about $114 per person. That's nearly $11 more than last year.
In times of uncertainty, and we've seen this starting with the pandemic, during times of inflation and others, people are turning to these celebrations, these fun holidays where no matter what's going on in the world, you can dress up in something fun.
If those prices are giving you a scare, there are ways to save. Cullen suggests shopping at discount stores, reusing decorations, and getting crafty with costumes and decor. I'm Jen Sullivan.
That's a look at your consumer news. We'll send it over to Art now. He's got an update on our forecast.
All right, this hopefully will work out for us as we get into it here with warming conditions on the way gradually. Up in the upper atmosphere, we're drying out slowly but surely. We'll be picking up more of that heat getting into the middle 80s today, and eventually we'll go into drier conditions coming up from the south as those winds begin to pick up and push that drier air in our region. Of course, we've got some moisture coming in across the west, and that's what's pushing all this around with a few breaks in that moisture. In fact, we'll hold on to the possibility of mostly sunny skies and warm conditions. We'll go into above seasonal average temperatures to finish out as we go through Friday into Saturday. And then Sunday we begin to cool you down, but we're still above seasonal average with the low 80s. We'll be picking up for next week, though, cooler conditions and maybe a couple of shower chances moving in. Temperatures will drop into the middle 60s in some cases in the forecast. We'll also hold on to, as we take a look at again today, we're holding on to some 80s still in the forecast, middle 80s, the low 80s. Similar conditions down to the south by Prairie du Chien, 85 degrees. Holding on to a lot of sunshine for a lot of folks out there, continuing from the eastern portion of the region where you're seeing temperatures in the middle 80s there, getting into Richland Center about mostly sunny skies again, and back up to La Crosse, mostly sunny skies at 85 degrees, extending all the way up to Arcadia where you're looking at you're getting a look at partly cloudy skies there, sunnier skies. You get up to Osseo, holding on to 82 degrees for you. Picking up for Eau Claire, though, you will see mostly sunny skies all the way up to areas by Ladysmith. You're holding on to mostly sunny skies with a few extra clouds moving in from the west. west. We'll hold on to, again, drier conditions, sunnier skies working in, so not much in the way of cloud cover, right? So that's kind of thinned out. That's by the noon hour. 70s, upper 70s in the forecast as well, picking up to the 4 o'clock hour. We're low 80s and some middle 80s in your forecast, possibly getting up to 85 for us here. That's what I want here. We'll get back into the 8 o'clock hour. Folks are starting to settle in after the evening commute. Temperatures are still in the 70s, and some of those 70s still hold on, getting closer to the midnight hour. So we'll see some upper 60s and, of course, increasing clouds. By the time we get in the 5 a.m. hour, we've got temperatures still holding on to the 60s and some 70s in the forecast by Winona, upper 60s for La Crosse. More clouds start to sneak in and they start to press out of the region, but we'll also see maybe partly cloudy skies to at least some sunnier skies working into the afternoon. You're seeing that open up to mostly cloudy conditions there. Temperatures still near 90 degrees, possibly to the middle 80s. Highs for Friday, where you're looking at temperatures from, again, widespread in the 80s to near 90. You're seeing 89 for La Crosse, 87 for Eau Claire. That's potential record-breaking temperatures. Well, it could be possibly. Again, the high for the, you can see the record for La Crosse was back in 1997 at 91 degrees. But we take it over into Saturday, where you're seeing a closer approach to that, but we're also seeing a record-breaking number for Eau Claire in the forecast. We'll carry over to Saturday's highs. We're seeing similar conditions to your Friday, upper 80s in the forecast to near 90-degree heat. Sunday's highs a little bit on the dropping down in the 80s, middle 80s possibly in the forecast. And once we lead into that, moisture is starting to move in again and trying to get down to the ground, but it's just too dry to do so. So we'll keep the temperatures rolling into the upper 80s, lower 80s by Sunday, and then 60s, yeah, coming back. That'll make you feel a little bit more like your fall. Back to you.
Thank you, Art. It's Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and a new study shows simple steps women can take to reduce their risk. We'll tell you what researchers found. And drug prices won't go up quite yet. The president just postponed tariffs on medications.
Coming up at the Blitz, golfers galore. Regionals got underway yesterday. See how area girls fared as they hope to secure a spot at sectionals. We're back in just a moment.
Do your drains scare you? Bring them back to life with Maxwell White. Get a $99 mainline drain opening, including a camera inspection, and let our highly trained professionals banish the monsters that lurk in your pipes.
Call or schedule online.
Freedom is the ability to choose the path that makes you happy. When you need a truck to get you from the job site to the campsite, drive your story with a new Ram or a new Jeep from Pischke Motors.
Stop in now to get a brand new Jeep, Ram, Dodge, Fiat, or Chrysler. Whether it's for work or play, we've got the vehicle for you. We have a wide selection of every model. Nothing beats getting in the driver's seat. So stop in today. Go to Pischke.com, Pischke Motors West Salem, or Pischke Motors La Crosse.
Hey, Dominic here, and I want to show you just how easy it is to make tacos and taco dip using Taco Pleasing. For the tacos, just brown 1 pound of ground meat with 4 teaspoons of Taco Pleasing. Add a half cup of water, simmer 15 minutes, spoon into a taco shell, and add your favorite garnish. For taco dip, blend cream cheese and a half cup of milk until smooth, then add 1 tablespoon of Taco Pleasing. Be sure to get your Taco Pleasing and 37 other blends at the Pleasing Outlet Store on Ward Avenue, La Crosse. Tacos.
The easiest way to furnish your cabin is at Black River Furniture Outlet. Bring the outdoors in with a handmade dining table set, crafted from the finest woods like hickory, walnut, maple, and barnwood. Shop cozy Amish rockers and upholstery, or Wisconsin-made easy sofas with customizable fabrics. Pair it all with a cabin rug, 5x8s, 8x10s, scatters, and runners available. And before you leave, visit the bed shed. Check out our rustic bedroom groups and bunk beds, as well as our Amish office furniture. Open 7 days a week, Black River Furniture Outlet, Black River Falls.
You're on the list for Macy's Fall VIP Sale. Take an extra 30% off bold tonal pieces, flowy dresses, and more from top designers. Plus, take 15% off beauty and fragrance too. Only at Macy's VIP Sale, going on now.
This October, Maxwell White and the La Crosse Hunger Task Force are hosting our annual food drive. Donate at least 6 items when we visit, and we'll donate $15 on your behalf, plus give you $15 off any service that day. Schedule today.
Taking you right inside the action, Friday Night Prep.
Every Friday night at 10, right here on News 8.
News 8 Now Sports.
Well, the calendar has flipped to October, and even though it doesn't necessarily feel like the fall sports seasons are winding down, they are. Postseason girls golf kicking off yesterday. Let's head out to the Hiawatha Golf Club over on the par 3, hole 6. This is Karma Hasselberger of Toma with an impressive shot from the tee box. She takes first individually with a score of 75. Then over to hole 10, it's her sister Cadence with a great approach shot from the fairway. She finished 8th individually with an 88, and Toma takes first as a team with an overall score of 332. Short game was working for Ricky Tillotson of Onalaska. She nails the putt on 12. She took third individually with a score of 85. Hilltoppers take second as a team as they ended the day with an overall score of 352. And advancing individually to sectionals, Elena Wagner of the Central Logan Co-op and Lainey Huntington of Sparta. And Drugan's playing host to Division II regional action yesterday as well. The day belonged to Westby Viroqua's Maddie Fletcher. Senior was the meet medalist, turning in a 4 over 75 on her scorecard, which included 3 birdies, taking second place individually. Aquinas' Molly Swift, who shot an 83. Nice par putt right here on the 3rd hole that finds the bottom of the cup. And it wasn't just Swift who had a good day for the Blue Golds. Gabriella Stratman took 7th as Aquinas finished 2nd in the team standings. And the team that grabbed the last spot in sectionals, Black River Falls, paced by Kaylee Wood, who shot at 94 and took 6th place. Great read on the green right there by the Tiger senior. Wisconsin Dells wins the team title. CFC's Georgia Wolf qualifies for sectionals individually. All right, that does it for this edition of your Morning Blitz. Hope you'll join me back here later tonight.
It's the National Mattress Sale at Home Sleep Express. Get an extra 15% off sale prices on Luxuria and Thomas Cole Sleep. This Jewel Pillow Top Queen is $849, and this Invigorate Plush Queen is just $594. Only at Home Sleep Express.
The era of digital advertising is upon us, and it's moving fast. As a business owner, you've probably struggled understanding what it all means. That's where we can help. Phase 3 Digital is your local digital agency that can help you understand the digital world, the products available, and how to use them. So if you have digital questions, we have answers. Call Phase 3 Digital today at 608-793-4522 or visit our website at p3da.com/lacrosse.
It's time for Jolivet Family Farms Fall Harvest. There's no substitute for homegrown freshness. Stop by today for some of Jolivet's homegrown squash, kraut cabbage, popcorn, and hardy mums. Check out our large selection of pumpkins and pie pumpkins. We also feature many fall decorations, including corn stalks, gourds, specialty pumpkins, and straw bales. Take home some pumpkin cheesecake bars, cookies, pies, or bread from our homemade bakery. Buy fresh, buy local. Open daily, year-round. Jolivet Family Farms, West Salem.
Get an 11% rebate on everything at Menards. Masterforce provides ample storage for all of your tools. Made from durable materials, Masterforce keeps your tools safe and ready to use. Get an 11% rebate on all Masterforce tool storage. Protect your boats and recreational vehicles with FVP, RV, and Marine antifreeze. It has burst-proof protection down to -50 degrees, keeping you protected against freezing temperatures. Get a gallon for $2.49 after rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
Soar into a new career at Eagle Crest Communities.
What keeps me at Eagle Crest are the people that I work with. I enjoy my team so much. I look forward to seeing them every day. I enjoy our monthly meetings, getting to see the other managers from the other facilities and collaborate. I motivate my team by bringing us back to why we're here, going through our residents, getting to know them. You feel like you're really part of a big mission to help our residents have a full and healthy life.
Learn more at eaglecrestlife.org.
I'm a martial artist, a skydiver, a pilot, and all of them require your feet to work. Get up in the morning and it felt like I was standing on marbles on my heel. When I went into the Good Feet store, the fitting was personalized. It was all about me. You put in the arch supports and your day becomes better and the sun shines, the unicorns run by, and you know, it's a good life. I'm Randy and that's my Good Feet story.
See for yourself with a free personalized arch support fitting at the Good Feet store.
The savings are heating up on fire tables during the fire sale at Home Seasonal Concepts. Get up to 50% off regular prices like this fire table set for $11.98 or get this woodland fire table for just $4.98. Hurry in for our year-end fire table sale now at Home Seasonal Concepts.
Miss a story or need to watch it again? Find them all on the News 8 Now app.
Sunny and warmer today. When I come back, I'll give you the round of temperatures we'll be expecting over the next few days.
Right now this morning, the government shutdown entering day 2 as the president threatens mass layoffs of federal workers. And La Crosse police are investigating a shooting on the south side last night. We'll have the latest on their investigation. Why catching your first breast cancer screening is more crucial than you might think. Thank you for joining us this morning. I'm Alexandra Carter. On this Thursday, October 2nd, we'll send it over first thing to meteorologist Art Jarrett. We got another hot day on our hands, right? We're heating things right on back up.
We are keeping that heat. You can see behind me here, we're having the drier air in the forecast, and that new ridge is starting to work its way in. Gradually, we'll start to see it pick up, and as well as that happens, temperatures will also pick up. You can see most of that heat is down to the south. All of that light color there, you can see that's where the heat is coming off the Gulf of Mexico. We're also finding ourselves holding on some tropical moisture along the eastern seaboard as well. And of course, as that happens, we'll be seeing temperatures on the rise gradually today, picking up into the 80s, as you can see here, the middle 80s in the forecast eventually for the day, but you're going to see sunshine abound as well. We'll hold on to mostly sunny skies for Eau Claire, giving way to sunnier skies in the afternoon by the 1 o'clock hour. And of course, we'll take a look at what's happening or transpiring as we go right into the next few days here. Temperatures are going to bump up to the upper 80s possibly, with record-breaking heat coming in for Friday into Saturday. Winds will be picking up as well, coming in for Friday night, going to Saturday into Sunday, where winds will be up from 25 miles per hour and possibly closer to the 30 mile per hour mark getting into your Sunday. Rainfall potential you're seeing maybe Sunday night going into Monday, then a break coming back again for the late portions of next week. As we roll into how this opens up, we're seeing potential temperatures reaching up to near 90-degree heat for tomorrow, upper 80s for Saturday, and then lower 80s you get into Sunday with cooler conditions on the way. Alexandra?
All right, Art, thank you. Now to the government shutdown. It's entering day 2 today. Congress is still in a deadlock. As we take a live look at the Capitol building this morning, the sun coming up there. Thousands of federal workers facing furloughs or layoffs, while the president is calling the shutdown an opportunity to cut spending. CBS News' Tina Kraus reports.
Around the country, signs of the federal shutdown at government buildings and national parks.
The government shutdown.
Around San Francisco, tourists hoping to enjoy historical sites found only closures.
My first time, so I'm a bit gutted.
In the nation's capital, falling foot traffic means fewer customers for this food truck owner.
Right now, I don't make nothing, only 3 customers. I have 3 customers.
Capitol Hill is also quiet today, with lawmakers observing the Jewish holiday of Yom Kippur. More votes on a funding bill to reopen the government are expected Friday.
Well, it ends when the Senate Democrats pick this bill up, passed by the House of Representatives, and vote for it.
Party leaders are dug in. Republicans want to pass the Clean House GOP bill to fund the government into November, but Democrats are not backing down from their demand to extend health care subsidies.
Donald Trump and Republicans shut the federal government down because they don't want to provide health care to working class Americans.
President Trump last night urged Republicans to use the shutdown to, quote, clear out dead wood, waste, and fraud.
We are going to have to lay some people off if the shutdown continues.
The administration warns those layoffs could begin in the next 48 hours. The president also moved to block billions of dollars in funding for infrastructure in New York and climate projects in 16 states that voted for his opponent in the 2024 election.
And as the shutdown continues, some members of Congress have called for a pause in their own paychecks until the government reopens. Congress and the president do get paid during shutdowns. And here locally happening today, crews getting ready to break ground on a new apartment building in La Crosse's Grandview Emerson neighborhood. News 8 Now, Seth Padilla is there with the details for us. Good morning, Seth.
Good morning, Alexandra. I actually made it inside the former hospital named Grandview, and this is where developers are going to break ground today at 10:30 a.m. And if you look on your screen right now, that is a blueprint of what the apartment complex is going to look like. You know, it shows you what it has to offer and other things like that. And now if you actually look inside, this is the building, you know, a pretty historic building that will become Grandview Lofts. Now this will have 52 new apartments at 17th and Main, and the building will have multiple options for renters. And now all of this project is set to open next spring, so that's very exciting. And now developers say La Crosse needs more housing. And now this project preserves a historic building while adding rental options to the neighborhood. Live in La Crosse, Seth Padilla, News 8 Now this morning.
All right, Seth, taking us inside. Thank you for that. Meanwhile, La Crosse police investigating a shooting on the city's south side. They say one person was shot last night on the 1500 block of 10th Street South. The victim was taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. The suspect turned himself in shortly after the shooting. Police say it was an isolated incident and there is no threat to the public. Jackson County authorities are searching for a man they say may be armed and dangerous. They say Austin Juricic escaped an 8-hour manhunt Tuesday in the town of Knapp. Multiple law enforcement agencies and tactical teams searched for him after a caller reported he had a gun and threatened to shoot officers. Police say if you see him, call 911. Don't approach him. La Crosse's Finance Committee will vote again today on a plan to restructure City Hall. That proposal would create a new Director of Operations position, eliminating the Communications Coordinator role. The committee rejected that last month, but the full council asked for more time for public input. Scammers stole $450,000 from an elderly couple. 5 people were arrested for the scam, where they claimed the couple won money from Publishers Clearinghouse. The scammer said the couple had to pay taxes first before collecting the prize. Experts warn no legitimate sweepstakes will ask you to pay money up front.
They seem very realistic and are trying to convince consumers that they have won something. And they do it in a way to heighten the emotion so you don't think reasonably or rationally anymore because you're so excited that you've been the one selected to win this great prize.
They say red flags include someone asking you to keep the prize secret, threatening to arrest you if you don't pay, or again, asking for that payment up front. Appeals Court Judge Maria Lazar running for Wisconsin Supreme Court. The conservative judge is challenging for Justice Rebecca Bradley's seat. Bradley announcing she is not seeking re-election. Lazar previously served as Assistant Attorney General under Governor Scott Walker. And Eau Claire County confirming its first case of West Nile virus this year. That virus is, of course, spread through mosquito bites, mosquitoes picking it up from infected birds. It is the 21st case reported in Wisconsin this year. Health officials say the best protection is using insect repellent and getting rid of standing water around your home. Car crash in Onalaska near Northern Hills Elementary. A parked truck also was damaged. The vehicle ended up flipped like you see here. It was towed away by first responders. A tree with a powerful history is now growing at Viterbo University. That comes from seeds of a tree planted by children at a concentration camp during World War II. Then the seeds after the war were sent around the world as a living memorial to those children.
This Irma Laucher was one of the teachers. She convinced a guard to smuggle in this silver maple tree sapling. And he brought it in his boot, and they planted it outside the barracks, and the children would give up their water rations to water this tree.
Truly incredible. And the tree is extra special for Viterbo. It honors Daryl Klott. You heard her speaking there. 20 years of Holocaust education. Steppin' Out in Pink raised more than $500,000 for breast cancer research this year. $510,000 from last month's event. That money will go to Gunderson Medical Foundation for breast cancer programs and patient care. The money raised this year brings the 20-year total to $8.2 million. Great work there. Dozens of people picked up litter throughout downtown La Crosse during Higher Standards Community Cleanup Day. Volunteers started at Larson's General to get their supplies. Then they fanned out across town. Local businesses rewarded them with free treats like ice cream from the Pearl. Local leaders are hosting a community bike ride this morning as part of Week Without Driving. The 5-mile jaunt starts at 9 a.m. at City Hall. It'll run or roll at an easy pace. It's free and open to anyone with a bike and helmet. In our medical news today, a new study shows missing your first breast cancer screening increases your risk of dying from the disease by 40%. The research highlights the importance of early detection. When breast cancer is caught before it spreads, the 5-year survival rate is more than 99%. But if it's detected after spreading to other organs, survival drops to 32%. President Trump is now postponing those 100% tariffs on imported drugs that were set to start yesterday. The White House says tariffs won't be imposed while companies submit plans to build U.S. manufacturing plants and lower prices. It is important to clean and disinfect your home to prevent the spread of germs, especially this time of year. But some cleaning products can be hazardous to your health if they're not used right. Mandy Gaither with those details.
Washing hands and highly touched surfaces are two keys to keeping viruses and other illnesses from spreading. But some of the cleaning supplies in your home can be dangerous if used the wrong way.
The nonprofit Environmental Working Group found that more than 2,000 cleaning products in the United States might contain chemicals linked to asthma, cancer, and chemical burns.
The CDC says in most situations, cleaning alone with soap and water can remove most germs on surfaces. However, if someone in your home has been sick or a person who recently visited had an illness, the agency says properly diluted bleach can effectively kill germs. But take these steps for safety. Use regular, unscented household bleach that contains between 5 to 9% sodium hypochlorite. If it's laundry or splashless bleach, it may not be appropriate for disinfection, so make sure it's in that percentage range. Never mix household bleach or any other disinfectant with other cleaners or disinfectants. This can release vapors that can be dangerous to breathe in. Make sure you have good ventilation, for example, open windows. Check the label to see if you need to wear protective equipment like gloves or eye protection, and follow directions on the bottle to prepare a diluted bleach solution. You can also check if your other cleaners are safe.
Next time you need to replace something, spend a minute looking for this, the EPA's Safer Choice label, or checking their online database.
I'm Mandy Gaither.
All right, and now Dr. Gupta also says there are natural cleaners like vinegar, baking soda, and lemon juice. You can use those as well. He says regular vacuuming also important to remove toxic chemicals that can build up in dust. Now we'll send it over to meteorologist Art Jarrett, who has a look at our morning commute. Art, you suddenly have to sneeze thinking about all that dust. Lovely.
Sorry, I have to go get some wipes now for my hands. Hopefully Nicole will be okay with the clicker later on. Hey, we get into it as we go into some high clouds still drifting through the area right now, giving at least partly cloudy skies for Eau Claire, mostly clear skies going into La Crosse right now, and eventually we'll get some sunshine for everybody. Temperatures are beginning to warm as the beginning of the ridge is starting to work into our region, so temperatures will get into the mid-80s today and possibly near 90 degrees for tomorrow, and of course Saturday. You can see a few high clouds drifting by, mostly clear skies currently as we open up the skies for another quiet morning here in La Crosse. The winds will start to pick up, possibly getting into Friday night, going into Saturday, so everything's kind of cool about that. Saw that guy there yesterday. There he goes. All right, so we get into Eau Claire. It looks kind of milky out there, but you have pretty much partly cloudy skies kind of thinned out there, holding on to 60 degrees, giving way to, again, milder conditions this early morning. I should say it's actually probably about 58 degrees for La Crosse. I apologize about that. If this is not La Crosse, that was La Crosse. We're right. We're good. I'm okay. 58 degrees here. You're holding on to partly cloudy skies, giving way to sunshine in the forecast today, around 84 degrees for your highs. We'll see that sunshine come about around the noon hour for La Crosse, continue through the afternoon as well. Maybe a few high clouds may sneak in, but we'll see pretty much sunshine today and warming temperatures. Similar for Eau Claire. You're keeping the clouds going into the late morning hours. Sunshine for your afternoon with a few clouds kind of sneaking in for the 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock hour, possibly into 3. You'll see highs for today, 79 to about 85 degrees in the forecast. That continues on with light winds. We'll pick up again as we go into the following day here for Friday. You're seeing tomorrow holding on to sunshine again. We may have a few extra morning clouds, though, giving way to sunshine and partly cloudy skies, possibly for the day. We'll hold on similar for Eau Claire as well. You're seeing at least some partly cloudy skies, giving way to mostly sunny skies. Temperatures in the 80s once again. Back to you.
All right, thank you, Art. A limited theatrical release is coming. A new Frankenstein movie will be headed to theaters just in time for Halloween. Here are the details next.
A big part of my job is building relationships with people, and being the team you can trust means being here for you.
Everybody's welcome at Firefighters Credit Union.
Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota, where every piece of furniture is crafted with quality you can count on. And now, for a limited time, you can save big during our Made in America sale. Solid craftsmanship, timeless style, and the comfort of knowing your furniture is built right here in America. Plus, our trusted team of designers is here to help you put it all together. Shop now during the Made in America sale at Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota, family owned for 100 years.
What if buying a car felt easy? At Maury's Auto Group, it does. With Maury's Best Price First, there's no haggling, no hassle, just upfront, honest pricing. And with Maury's team, you get guidance, not pressure. You always get more with Maury's. More help, more clarity, and more value. Test drive and compare the top midsize SUVs at our Drive to Compare event, Saturday, October 11th at La Crosse Speedway. Details at drivetocompare.com or go to Maury'sAuto.com and get more with Maury's.
Convenience is a big factor. We're right here in Onalaska.
We're local. You know, we've been here for a long time. We take all insurances. We service and repair many different makes and models of hearing aids. Even if you didn't get your hearing aids with us, we'd be happy to take a look at them.
If your hearing aid is still under warranty, we can do some warranty work for you there.
You know, just walk in. You know, you don't have to have an appointment. I'm happy to help if I can.
Our family is helping your family. Better Hearing Center, Onalaska, next to St. Pat's Church.
Hey, Dominic here. Do you have trouble getting your kids to eat their veggies? Well, we have Cheddar Pleasing to the rescue. Just add 1 teaspoon of Cheddar Pleasing to 2 to 3 tablespoons of melted butter. Pour it over your broccoli, cauliflower, carrots, and more. It's also amazing on popcorn and even atop your casseroles. Get your cheddar and 39 other blends at Pleasing Outlet Store on Ward Avenue, La Crosse. And remember, kids, eat your veggies.
For over 40 years, La Crosse Glass and Overhead Door has been the go-to company for anything glass and door. We offer a large stock inventory of CEHI garage doors to help you find the perfect fit. As a locally owned business, we take pride in our work and always get the job done. From commercial glass and glazing to residential glass and CHI garage doors, we have the experience and expertise to help you. Call or visit our website today.
A big part of my job is building relationships with people. And being the team you can trust means being here for you.
'Cause everybody's welcome at Firefighters Credit Union.
All right, well, good morning to you. Welcome back. Taking a look at the water vapor imagery that's in the upper atmosphere for you. Drier conditions are starting to move in, and as that happens, you're going to be seeing eventually it's going to start looking like this. You can see by Raleigh all the way up to Washington and to New York. Drier conditions, that's where that ridge we had that kept our temperatures near 90-degree heat just the other day, and that's out of the region right now, working over the East Coast. We'll get back to us, though. We're going to be seeing, again, temperatures on the rise. Middle 80s today, upper 80s to near 90-degree heat, possibly for Friday going into Saturday, tapering down a tad as we go into Sunday, taking us to at least lower 80s in the forecast. Then next week, much cooler and maybe some rainfall possibilities in the forecast as well, but don't hold your breath just yet. We'll get into it here as we hold on to the middle 80s in your forecast. We'll see some sunshine to at least sunny skies to partly cloudy conditions to start this morning in some locations, then get you into the sunshine. South zone, similar conditions where you're seeing sunny skies, partly cloudy, and eventually getting into more sunshine for everybody with temperatures in the middle to low 80s. Back up to the central zone. La Crosse will hold on to 85 degrees. Sunshine will be abound today as we get into it, but right now you're holding on to at least mostly clear skies right now, as I showed you before. You get up to Eau Claire right now, you're looking at least partly cloudy skies giving way to sunshine today. You'll see conditions to be around 84 degrees with mostly sunny skies, just a few high clouds drifting on by. You can see as we get through it, clearing skies as we go right through the afternoon. And of course, you'll get back into more sunshine. You can see with temperatures widespread in the 70s to the low 80s, picking up by 4 o'clock, widespread low to middle 80s in the forecast. And of course, you're going to see once we get into the 8 o'clock hour, temperatures still, as you're going to finish the evening commute, widespread middle 70s. Then we taper down by 11 o'clock, getting closer to the midnight hour, upper 60s to the middle 70s still. And once we get into the overnight hours, temperatures as we get in the morning for 5 o'clock, with a few clouds coming in from Canada, we'll also see conditions to be like this, 60s and the low 70s in the forecast there. You're going to see that continue on with, again, by the time we get into the 11 o'clock hour, low 80s and some middle 70s in your forecast. And then the heat comes in to near 90-degree heat. You get in for Winona, La Crosse, upper 80s for Eau Claire as well at 88 degrees. Highs for Friday, you're seeing a lot of temperatures, 82 to about 89 degrees. You'll see 89 for La Crosse, as I mentioned, 87. That one's showing 87. So pick a temperature forecast. We're also seeing, as we get into it, the possibility of record-breaking heat in the forecast, not only for Friday, but possibly for Saturday. As we get into it, still pretty close for a tie for La Crosse and possible record-breaking temperatures for Eau Claire back in 1897. That was the forecast of 86 degrees. They may pick up 87 degrees. As you get into it, Saturday's temperatures widespread in the 90s, as I showed you, with increasing temperatures. Where we should be around this time, well, we should be right about there as we get into it. You're looking at 69 degrees. That's where we should be right now, and we are well above the game, possibly getting up to 10 degrees warmer. Sunday, you're looking at highs in the lower 80s, and of course, you'll see cooler conditions for next week.
In your Morning Buzz report, a South Korean theme park opened a new attraction based on the Netflix hit K-pop Demon Hunters. The park held its first sing-along screening over the weekend. Tickets sold out immediately. Visitors could watch the movie, play themed games, and buy merchandise. No yellow submarine for Paul McCartney. Instead, his current transportation mode is a tour bus. The 83-year-old kicking off his 20-stop North American tour. It'll incorporate music from his solo and band careers. He'll head to Vegas on Saturday.
I want success. Get it for me.
Demi Moore and Billy Bob Thornton face more oil drama. This is your first look at season 2 of Landman. The pair will continue tackling the pressures of a Texas oil boom. New episodes dropping November 16th on Paramount Plus. First look at Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein is here. Jacob Elordi stars as the monster in del Toro's take on the Mary Shelley novel. That'll hit theaters October 17th, then arriving on Netflix November 7th. Stay with us. We have everything you need to know in 5 minutes or less. Your Morning News Now is up next.
It's the National Mattress Sale at Home Sleep Express. Get an extra 15% off sale prices on Luxuria and Thomas Cole Sleep. This Jewel Pillow Top Queen is $849, and this Invigorate Plush Queen is just $594. Only at Home Sleep Express.
This Thursday, one day only, earn a 40-cent Hy-Vee fuel saver for every $60. That's a 40-cent fuel saver for every $60 you spend in-store and online. Thursday only, and only at Hy-Vee.
You're on the list for Macy's Fall VIP Sale. Take an extra 30% off bold tonal pieces, flowy dresses, and more from top designers. Plus, take 15% off beauty and fragrance too. Only at Macy's VIP Sale, going on now.
You already know. Derek Van Orden voted for the largest Medicaid cut in history. Nursing homes may be forced to close. Rural hospitals in Wisconsin at risk of closure. And tens of thousands of Wisconsinites could lose health coverage. But did you know Van Orden's vote could raise electricity costs in Wisconsin $300 a year? Also, Van Orden could give wealthy elites another tax break. Tell Derek Van Orden, stop making us pay more.
It's time for Jolivet Family Farms Fall Harvest. There's no substitute for homegrown freshness. Stop by today for some of Jolivet's homegrown squash, kraut cabbage, popcorn, and hardy mums. Check out our large selection of pumpkins and pie pumpkins. We also feature many fall decorations, including corn stalks, gourds, specialty pumpkins, and straw bales. Take home some pumpkin cheesecake bars, cookies, pies, or bread from our homemade bakery. Buy fresh, buy local. Open daily, year-round. Jolivet Family Farms, West Salem.
Oh, wow.
Why no glasses?
They make my head look weird.
VisionWorks has a 100-day guarantee. Change your mind, change your glasses. Simple. Let's get you turned around because the Aurora Borealis is that way. VisionWorks. See the difference.
This Thursday, one day only, earn a 40-cent Hy-Vee fuel saver for every $60. That's a 40-cent fuel saver for every $60 you spend in-store and online. Thursday only, and only at Hy-Vee.
The savings are heating up on fire tables during the fire sale at Home Seasonal Concepts. Get up to 50% off regular prices like this fire table set for $11.98, or get this woodland fire table for just $4.98. Hurry in for our year-end fire table sale, now at Home Seasonal Concepts.
Yeah, boy. They run you all over,
Taking you right inside the action, Friday Night Prince.
every Friday night at 10, right here on News 8.
Okay, let's see. Headlines from News 8 Now? Check. Live updates all day? Check. Local breaking news? Yep. Weather every 10 minutes? Yes, please. Well, that was an easy choice. News 8 Plus. It puts the now in your day. Get it today.
Miss a story or need to watch it again? Find them all on the News 8 Now app. The First Warn Weather app. Download it today. Thank you for watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
13-year-old Charlie Cassinger from West Salem is on his way to winning a national championship for this glorious mullet. Cassinger is currently a finalist in the USA Mullet Championship. This is his third time entering. His mullet, which is known as the Wisconsin Waterfall. He's competing against 24 other teens for a chance to win the grand prize of $10,000. I think he's got good odds there.
I'm at the former Grandview Hospital building where developers are set to break ground today at 10:30 a.m. And now if you look on your screen right now, here's a layout for the entire apartment complex once it's done. It shows what it has to offer and other things like that. And now if you take a look behind me, you'll actually see the historic building is under construction right now, and that will become Grandview Lofts. Now that will have 52 new apartments at 17th and Main. And all of this project is set to open next spring, so very, very exciting. And developers say La Crosse needs more housing, so the goal for this project is to ensure that the historic site stays active, but also gives people livable options. Live in La Crosse, Seth Padilla, News 8 Now this morning.
Thank you, Seth. La Crosse police investigating a shooting on the city's south side. They say one person was shot last night in the 1500 block of 10th Street South. The victim was taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. The suspect turned himself in, police calling it an isolated incident with no threat to the public. Jackson County authorities searching for a man they say may be armed and dangerous. They say Austin Juricic escaped an 8-hour manhunt Tuesday in the town of Knapp. Multiple law enforcement agencies and tactical teams searched for him. Police say if you see him, don't approach him and call 911 immediately. La Crosse's Finance Committee votes again today on a plan to restructure City Hall. The proposal would create a new Director of Operations position, eliminating the Communications Coordinator job. The committee rejected that last month, but the full council asked for more time for public input.
Local temperatures will be on the rise, and something I've never said before, if you're going to mow your lawn in the next few days, it's great to do it, but make sure you hydrate because it's going to be hot, upper 80s in your forecast, near 90-degree heat. That continues on with potential for record-breaking temperatures for Friday going into Saturday. We'll see slightly cooler conditions going into Sunday, a little rain chance coming in for Sunday night going into Monday, and then cooler conditions for next week. Get out and enjoy.
Okay, quite the drop coming. Yeah, I guess we better enjoy these last few days
While you can.
of heat. All right, thank you, Art. Thank you for waking up with us. Coming up at noon, local leaders hitting the roads to see what it's like navigating La Crosse without a car. We'll have more on the Ride and the Week Without Driving campaign when we see you back here at noon.